Hey guys, Wolvie here, and this is a very major announcement for the channel. Now, the reason why it's very major is because it affects quite a few things. Not only does this affect the City of Final Fantasy Opera Amia section of the channel, which where most of my videos are, but also some very major developments in sense of my personal life outside of the channel and all social media, alongside a potential major update for my GoFundMe. Now, on the GoFundMe, to be brief, it is to help with helping with attorney costs, all that stuff, to potentially seek legal action of some sorts, pertaining to my mother's death back in April. But there is a very major announcement, and part of this does affect that. Now, regarding the changes to the channel that will be taking into effect mid-August, is that I will no longer be covering anything for the City of Final Fantasy Opera Amia, due to the fact that I will no longer be playing that game. So once the changes go into effect, it's going to be more so, with video logs, product reviews, which include movie reviews, Ruby related content, and if I do anything gaming, it's going to be like certain incidents and my take on those, which includes a very recent lawsuit pertaining to one certain video game company. So it's one of those things, gotta get my thoughts together, do the research, that sort of thing. Now, with that bit out of the way, I do have a major announcement. This actually kind of goes into effect, with the GoFundMe, as well as the direction of the channel. And it is a medical condition I have to reveal that I actually have. Now, the backstory to this is 100% necessary for the sake, of me needing to be transparent on the matter. So, in recent times, I've been somewhat negligent on my health, more specifically my lower back, hip, leg area, They're the parts where, it's your ability to walk. Now, I've been somewhat negligent on that because of the fact that I've been working 6 days a week for a while, and unfortunately, due to my own negligence, always being on my feet, it's got to the point where I had a bizarre limp, in a certain nerve of my back, hip, and which was affecting my ability to walk. A lot of people I work with in my day job had taken note of it and practically have begged me to get that looked at, because it's one of those things. It's like the longer I hold it off, the worse it gets. So this past weekend, I actually finally got myself to get it looked at with a chiropractor, all that stuff, and I 100% can confirm that I do have a condition known as sciatica. And this week it kickstarts off a 12-week plan I have, which includes 10 visits in 30 days. So it's one of those things where I simply won't have time to cover anything for the City of Final Fantasy Opera Amia Global at all, because I really need to take the treatment plan I have seriously, which includes varying stretches meant to help stretch the sciatic nerve in my lower back and hip area. And this also includes, drinking much more water. Although I've been increasing my water intake, this is something I have to do even more so than ever. And not only that, I also, incorporate ice packs, get creative with stretching, that sort of thing. So it's one of those things where I actually, have to be like, what, I can't be doing this or that. I have to make sure I do my stretches, that sort of thing. So with the sciatica issue I have, now I can reveal the nature of the GoFundMe. Now, I will admit I haven't been doing much promotion of that, and that's because I've been working quite hard, actually. And due to the nature of the sciatica in my treatment plan, I will most likely be canceling it at the beginning of next year. It's something, I have to really, weigh out. I'm like, is it worth for me to try to promote it further? Is it really, or am I just wasting my time? Now, I will also mention that there's been very little promotion, outside of that, because not so much me, I can only do so much on my end, but the less promotion I have, it's like simply I'm just wasting my time. Now, the GoFundMe, to reiterate, is one where it involves my mother. She passed away, at her nursing home back in April due to cardiac arrest. But it's one of those things where I had so many questions to ask now because of the sciatica. I actually had to look out for myself a little bit more so. Now, I've also talked this over with my family members, me and my siblings, and they're telling me, to just drop it, that sort of thing. So that's something I do really need several months to think over, because it's like things could very well change in that amount of time between now and January 2022. But it's one of those things like right now I am most likely going to cancel it altogether because my home health issues. I talked it out with my family members, and another reason why I may be canceling it is because Illinois and their statute of limitations being around 2 years, and something I simply don't have enough time for with the sciatica in play. So it's one of those things where it's like I have to think it over for the next several months because I don't want to rush the decision. I want to make sure the decision I finally make is a clear and concise decision. And if I do cancel the GoFundMe, I will be looking into refunding all the donations because, in all honesty, I just don't want to keep people waiting too long for an update. That sort of thing. So I'm going to have this video posted onto the GoFundMe page as soon as I'm able to. So that way, people are knowing what's going on. So unfortunately, it is due to my sciatica that I really had to start taking care of myself. That sort of thing. And I do apologize for the inconvenience and frustration this is causing everybody. So I'm out, and with Wolvie here signing off. I will catch you all on the flip side.